Hello and welcome to our Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, our water signs. This is your reading for the month of October. How is everyone doing? So my apologies to this is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. But if you have placements in earth and fire, when I did those, I did not put the timestamps in there, so my apologies. Sometimes we forget. We're going right into it with Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Happy October. So this is Sunday the 5th. So we're coming up on the full moon in Aries, our first fire sign. So as water signs, full moons are about a time of releasing. So we'll see what comes up with your cards, but I would not be surprised if you have some emotional releasing happening. And Scorpio, you might have some shadows that you're releasing, but we'll see what the readings hold. Just a little insight there. So let's see for our Cancer friends. We have the butterfly deck, spirit animals, your tarot, and your divine guidance deck. Let's see what the cards hold for our Cancer friends. Our first lovely water sign of the zodiac wheel. For Cancer, you have courage. And just look at the beautiful colors of the flowers, right? Courage. So let's see what that's all about. Let's pull your animal spirit and let's see what animal spirit is working with our Cancerian friends. I feel like I'm sitting like so low to the I'm so short to this table. I don't know, I may have to change things up a little bit because I'm feeling very low here in my seat. But anyway, let's see what animal spirit is guiding our Cancerian friends through the month of October. And you have Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. And this card is stunningly beautiful. I just find this very beautiful. This card has never come out. It's number 60, card number 60, so that could be the 6th. It would be like the 6th of the month. But just look at that, Swan Spirit and courage. So courage, right? Take time for a deep dive. So it could require, right, some courage if you have to take a deep dive into something, especially something that is unknown or unfamiliar to you. So let's see, let's take a deeper dive. Cancer, let's see what the tarot holds for you for this October. And we're like coming on to the full moon. So I would imagine that would have an effect on your reading. 9 of Pentacles. So that is good, right? That is financial stability. But you've worked hard for it, right? It's not something that has just been plopped into your lap, or maybe, but you work really hard for the things that you have. I mean, you literally carry your house on your back, right? If you're enclosed in your house, the little hard shell. 7 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. We have one card face down. So what are you dreaming about? And then King of Swords pops out. So very earth energy, right? Popping out. This would be our Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. That stability, and clear in your thoughts, right? Stable in your thinking. Gaining clarity and forging straight ahead. Okay. Justice on the bottom. So the root of the deck, I consider that to be like your guiding card, your rooting, grounding card. And this is about justice. Justice is associated with the sign of Libra. So if you have Libra friends, like maybe see what's going on in their life. But this is balancing or seeking balance. And it could be, courage, right? Because it's time for the deep dive. So let's see. You have the 9 of Pentacles. The Princess of Swords, a 7 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, Temperance. You have Sagittarius and Libra, right by one another. So, taking the deep dive, having courage. So, the Nine of Pentacles is fulfillment. It's financial stability. It is the reward for all the hard work you've had, that you've done so far. Princess of Swords, though, is, we're going to go into the Seven of Cups, because this is about, in the traditional Rider, this is about dreams, your dreams. But in the traditional Rider-Waite, there are 7 cups kind of floating in the air. And each cup has something different in it. And some of the cups are filled with things that are really good. And some of the cups are filled with things that are a little nightmarish. Yeah, like a little scary, right? So I'm wondering if some of you are not feeling like, is this too good to be true for you? Like, you've worked really, really hard, and you're coming to the point where your dreams are starting to come true, but are you feeling worthy of receiving these dreams, right? But your mindset is changing here. You're changing, moving in towards balance, and both Justice and Temperance are about balancing things out. So let's go a little further. You have the Five of Pentacles. So I'm going to move into the feeling that maybe some of you have had a rough start in life, or money or financial stability, or even stability in your home was not very prominent. And this worry could be coming from something from your past, like, can I accomplish this? Do I deserve to have this? And this is not something that is part of my family tree. Yeah, I feel like these dreams feel like they're a little like too good to be true. But here's the thing. Then you had the King of Swords, right? And it reminds you to remember everything you've learned about yourself and about life and your ability. And you have the ability to move forward and to receive, like, allow this Nine of Pentacles to come in, to allow your dreams to come into fruition. Not the nightmarish dreams, right? But the dreams that bring you joy and happiness. And so for some of those cups that held like things that were not good dreams, that held like nightmare things, part of your courage might be to transform and to change that into positive things. Okay, you're taking a deep dive. This is a really coming back into yourself, but remembering, right? You have the Princess of Swords, looking at things from a new perspective, or gaining clarity on the way you thought things were, or the way that you thought things should be, or maybe you have what you have lived in the past, moving forward to this place of abundance and security and stability, right? The King, again, the King of Swords. I mean, this could be, I don't know that this is really a partner coming in for you, but it is the archetype of the person, somebody with these traits, again, focus and clarity, someone who is very educated. And it doesn't have to be formal education. It could be the education of life, right? Or maybe you're inhabiting these traits yourself, Cancer. And in doing so, Temperance, and it says at the bottom of here, art. So what is artistic for you? And even the Justice here, balance, the butterfly. She's balancing on the scale. She's got the balance of yin and yang above her head. And she's got a sword in her hand. But the sword is pointing downward. Right? It's not like these two swords are they're like airborne. The swords are associated with the element of air, and these are your thoughts, right? This sword is pointing down. It's a very grounding symbol. It's asking you, stay grounded in yourself. And earth balances out water. And again, you have this one, and you have the yin and yang symbol here, right here on this card. You have it at the very top of this. So finding stability. So for some of our Cancer friends, it might be the first time for a long time that you've actually felt stable and safe in yourself. And diving deep into that and accepting that as your path forward. And this is leaning into secure in who you are and your ability to create, to manifest, and to bring your dreams into fruition. And that takes courage. That takes courage to say, wait, I am worthy of all of this. I'm worthy to receive. I've been through a tough time, and maybe some of this hasn't been modeled for all of you. So trying to figure that out. But maybe just open the door and just say yes. What is your big yes, Cancer? And just say yes. Again, you have the energies of Sagittarius and Libra helping you and guiding you. So if you have Sagittarian and or Libra friends, like, lean into them. Ask them for their advice or their opinions, because look, I'm a Sagittarius. We are not short on opinions. And Libra is about balance and harmony, helping you to find that space within you, right, that is calming and peaceful. And of course, I would tell you to write down any doubts that you have. And I will also tell you to take a yoga class, because, this is what I do. And I still lose my stuff sometimes, but I still do it anyway, because I would lose my stuff more often if I didn't. So let's pull out your Oracle guidance card, Cancer. And let's see who is guiding you. What energy is guiding you through this courage, through this deep dive into self-fulfillment, self-acceptance, honoring yourself, allowing these gifts of the universe, or the gifts for your hard work, right, to make their way into your life with ease and harmony. So let's see what guidance we have for our Cancer friends. Holy Amethyst, divine alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire, right? So it takes courage, right, to move beyond current challenges. It takes, going into the deep dive to move beyond, your current challenges, and to focus on your desires, right? Again, desires, 7 of Cups, your dreams, stability, balance, and harmony. So Holy Amethyst, divine alchemy. So, and for you, I would say also get an amethyst crystal. It doesn't have to be a big one, right? Just a little one. Put it in your pocket, to carry it around in your car, in your bag, your wallet, whatever it is that you have. And let that remind you, Cancer, that you are worthy, and to let those dreams come true for you. So Cancer, that is your reading. If you have any questions, always feel free to put them in the comments. And always, if you would like to schedule a personal reading based on what you're going through, just my information should be in the description box. So let's move on to Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. How are you? And happy October to you. So, Scorpio, let's see what's happening here, because you are the keeper of the underworld, right? You are kind of like the shadow worker of the tarot. You are about transformation, rebirthing. So let's see what these cards hold for you. What butterfly inspiration do we have for our Scorpio friends for the month of October? Memories. And just like that beautiful butterfly, look at that beautiful rose with the pale yellow and beautiful light pink colors. Memories. I think they came out for somebody else in the reading too, but I'm not going to remember who. Okay, so memories, Scorpio. Let's see what animal spirit is guiding you to your memories and through this month of October, and always, of course, through this full moon phase, right? Because we have the full moon coming in our Aries. Yeah. So let's see what animal spirit is guiding our Scorpion friends. Scorpio, you have, this came out the other day, dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. Cute little puppy. And it's number 19, so it could be, somebody born on the 1st, the 9th, the 10th, or the 19th. So yeah, so dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. And that's also being loyal to yourself and to your needs, making sure, Scorpio, that what you need is being taken care of before you go taking care of anyone else. Let's see what the tarot holds for our Scorpion friends as they lean into those memories and taking care of the things that matter to them the most. Okay, we'll just see. Nine of Wands. Yeah. So you're almost coming to the completion of a cycle. 10s are the completion. 9s can be a completion as well. My life path number is 9. So you have the Empress and you have 8 of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. We have one card face down. This is going to be very interesting, Scorpio, because you have one card, the mystery card. First card is face down. Okay, 8 of Cups, and we'll take this other card, Princess of Cups. 2 of them came out, so we'll go with that. 7 of Swords. So in the traditional Rider-Waite, 7 of Swords can represent a theft, like somebody stealing your ideas or you're taking your ideas back from someone who's taken them. It could also represent secrets, like you're not ready to reveal something yet. So only you, Scorpio, know what that is if you were holding back on some information. We have, 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and then the Empress, which is like, okay. Five of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. I feel like you're tired. You've been working a lot, you've been working on things, and you're just feeling a little exhausted. Like you just kind of need a break. You need to step away from life as it is, not all of life, but how you're doing life, and recharge and reset yourself. And the message coming through is you need to remember who you are, Scorpio. You need to remember who you are as your soul inhabiting this human space. And there's a lot there. It could be who you are in your family, but I think it's more who you are in the spiritual realm. You have the Empress. No, her counterpart is the Emperor. But this is remembering that you are a compassionate soul. You are very loving. You're very in tune to your intuition. So remembering to go back to that. Whatever it is you've been doing, you've been wearing yourself out. It could be that you've been taking on some roles or responsibilities for somebody else or for others, or if you have a job out in society, maybe you're doing the work of your coworkers, or maybe your boss is putting more responsibility on you, and you're feeling a sense of burnout. Like You're not getting paid your worth. So you're being reminded, Scorpio, remember who you are. Lean into like the nurturing aspect of yourself. And again, your card is be loyal to what you love. And I said at the very beginning, make sure that you're loyal to yourself. And then if the Empress comes up right after, like the Five of Pentacles of Nine and Nine of Wands, or it's questioning your worth and your value and why are you doing what you're doing. And the swing that she's sitting on, it looks like a swing. It looks like a little crescent moon there, and she's got all nature around her. Could also be a reminder, Scorpio, to get out into nature. To let the sun hit you, to go for a walk through the forest or through the woods, maybe by the ocean or by a lake, because you are a water sign. That's probably where you feel more fulfilled. So remembering who you are, and once you start to do that, look, Eight of Pentacles, Three of Cups, you start to see like what you've been working so hard for. So a lot of things have been hidden, like you can't really see what's coming for you or the result of your work. And that's coming to an end, right? You're going to have reasons for celebrating. There's, look, and even right at the very top of this card, it says abundance. So if you don't know like why you've been doing all this work and wearing yourself out and feeling like maybe you're not being valued, although there's nothing in here to indicate, it could very well be either a new job or a promotion at the job that you're doing because you've been doing so much. But it comes once you remember like your strength. So it may be that you have to go in and speak to your supervisor and say, listen, this is what I've done. Present all the facts, right? And ask for that increase that you are worth. Do your research, find out what these positions are paying, and then, give the report of what you have done and what you have provided to the company. I think there's a reward coming for you because then you have the Three of Cups, which is abundance. This is celebration. This is embracing life. You have the Princess of Cups, which is in the traditional Rider-Waite. It is the Page of Cups. Again, you're going back into that intuitive state, and you're going back from a beginner's mindset. You're relearning or remembering who you are and what talents that you were born with in this world. Eight of Cups. You're moving away from the things that are not helpful to you, and you're moving back toward yourself. You're moving towards something that is aligned, and we have two cards around with full moons in them, so I would not be surprised if you see a shift or a change happening at this full moon in Aries. So you're coming back to yourself, Scorpio, is what I'm coming up with. And this memories could be, again, with this Empress, remembering who you are. Your human self, your astrological self, your spiritual self, right? Remembering all of that. And this Seven of Swords could be taking back your own power. Yeah. Scorpio, you have some big changes. And again, this could be some shadows that you are, that are starting to move out of the way, right? So let's see what guidance the energy is guiding you through this transformation, or back to remembering who you are. And again, I will say, meditation is very good for that. But here's the thing, you can do meditation while you're out walking in nature. It's called a walking meditation. You can put on some calming music or just listen to the birds as you're walking. And just take your time and walk intentionally. Okay, two cards came out. We will take them both. Cernunnos, Life Force. And Faith, Humanity and Benevolence. Okay, so we'll go with this one first. Cernunnos, Life Force. And it says, express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Ooh. So Scorpio, I don't talk about this too often, but all astrological signs have a body part that is more prominent for them than others. Like for Sagittarius, it's our hips and our thighs. For you, Scorpio, it is your sex organs, your genital region. So, all right. So, and he's got the crescent moon on top. Express your driving passion. So maybe you haven't been. Maybe there's someone you need to talk to that you have feelings for. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So there you go. This is a beautiful card. It's got the antlers of a deer, the horns of a ram. So this could be, yeah. Just look out for that. I love this card. I've never seen this card. And faith is the next card that came out. Humanity and benevolence, stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. So trust that once you start to love yourself and take care of yourself and remember who you are, then everything comes forward. And maybe trust that you can actually make your statements express, can actually express your passions. Now, this is talking about sexual energy. It does not have to be that. It can absolutely be, though. It could be whatever passions, project that you've been working on that you want to present to the world, an artistic endeavor. You never know. Maybe you want to go out onto the world stage, Scorpio. Maybe you want to be a speaker, a motivational speaker, whatever it is. Maybe you want to be an airline pilot. I don't know, Scorpio. What do you want to do? It is abundantly clear, but go out into nature, reconnect back to yourself, do some meditation, a couple yoga poses. They always help. Scorpio, I hope that has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, put them in the comment box, and always you can feel free to reach out to me to schedule a reading around what is going on in your personal situation. So, our last but not least sign, hello Pisces. How are you? Happy October. Pisces are patient ones. Oh, Pisces. My firstborn daughter is a Pisces, and she is so patient. And it's very they have very calming energy. So let's see what butterfly energy is guiding. Okay, right away it came out. Hobbies. Okay. So let's see what this pulls out here. Let's see what animal spirit is guiding our Pisces friends. But this is hobbies. So what hobbies do you do? Are you starting a new hobby, Pisces? It's a lot of fun, right? Especially depending on where you live. In the northern hemisphere, we are in the fall. In the southern hemisphere, obviously, it is in the spring. So is it more indoor hobbies, outdoor hobbies? Yeah, what are you doing? More intellectual hobbies? So let's see what animal spirit is guiding our hummingbird spirit. Be here now. Be here now. Exclamation point. Okay. So the numbers 3 and 4. So the 3rd, the 4th, the 7th, if you add 3 and 4 together. Obviously, no months go to a 34th date, but hummingbird spirit, be here now, and hobbies. Okay, so let's see what the tarot holds for our Pisces friends for the month of October. And right away, High Priestess. Straight away, major arcana. Like, she is the divine counterpart to the Hierophant. So this is about endless possibilities. Being connected to all that is. And our Pisces, our water signs are extremely psychic. They're just beyond intuition. The rest of us are intuitive. Our water signs are devoutly psychic. So it could be leaning into that. I'll show you these cards in a second. 2 cards face down. The High Priestess. 2 of Swords, choices to be made, decisions to be made. What else is here for our Piscean friends? And on the root of the deck, you have Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles indicates collaboration, working with others, or bringing different ideas together to form one creative work. So we have the High Priest, 2 cards face up, 4 cards face down. You start off straight away, Pisces, with the High Priestess. I mean, really. High Priestess, 7 of Swords just came out for Scorpio. 8 of Swords. 2 of Swords, a lot of swords. The 6 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and 3 of Pentacles. So, Pisces, I get the feeling some of you are starting over. Whether it is a career or a house. Again, you have three cards, 3 swords. And the swords are about your thoughts, your intellect. But you have the 7 of Swords, the 8 of Swords. This is a progression. Like you're getting to the end of a mentally challenging phase. Now, you could also be going through some emotional things, in your mind, like where you're seeking therapy for those. And maybe it's been hard for you to make choices just about life in general. You have the 6 of Wands, and this is victory. So whatever it is that's going on, whether there's confusion or there's an overwhelm in your mind over your thoughts, this can feel a little more like Gemini energy, because Geminis can kind of spin their thoughts, but I kind of get the feeling that's happening here. You're overcoming that. And for some of you, I see a new beginning, although it doesn't say that here. And it says to be here now in hobbies. I think there's a new beginning, but I'm getting the feeling anyway, Pisces, that there was a new beginning coming from you. And it's coming from a place of knowing. All these things, inability to make a decision and feeling like you're trapped in your mind, and maybe someone is, not giving you the space. To put yourself out there. Maybe somebody has quieted you down, and you're breaking through that. Because right away you have the 6 of Wands, and this is victory. This is recognition for the hard work that you've done. This is heat. This is fire. So this is your Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy, right? This is like all the stuff that has been buried underneath that you haven't been able to put out there. 7 of Pentacles. It says failure at the top, but this is not it. This is you're finding a new way to work through your life. And maybe that's what this means, be here now. You're finding a new way to work through whatever issues are going on in your life. You're collaborating with either different people or bringing multiple things together in your life. It's not saying this in the cards, and I only have to go by my intuition. For some of our Pisces friends, I feel a brand new beginning, and it is a beginning of strength and knowing and abundance. Victory is yours, Pisces. This stuff will all pass. All of this stuff will pass. You have to go through it. You have to go through it. But all of this stuff will pass. Let's pull out your guidance card, Pisces. Yeah. I'm interested to see where Pisces goes from here. What new path will you carve out for yourself? Like, are you moving? Are you getting a new job? Are you changing your relationships? Are you setting boundaries with some of your friends or family? Are you starting to let people in as to what's going on? our water signs are lovely, right? They can be very secretive. They can be, and it's not even independent. They just have this thing where they need to keep things close to the heart and not let too many people know what's happening. So maybe you're starting to let some people in, Pisces. There's a big emotional feel going on here, although there are no cups. But there's Two of Swords. Her back is against the water. It's like she's not feeling into her intuition because there's so much going on up here. She can't feel into here or the third eye here. So maybe some third eye work, Pisces. And that could be just as easy as closing your eyes and just rubbing the center of your forehead. Right. It's not overcomplicated. It doesn't have to be anything too grand, right? I'm feeling for some of our Pisces, I don't think you can handle anything too massive at this point. Does that make sense? I don't know. You have Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing as possible at this time. So choose peace. Be here now. Be present with yourself and choose peace. Pisces, that is your reading for the month of October. You have a pivotal month here, Pisces. And for some of you, it's going to be a little tough, but there is victory. And you're moving forward with clarity and balance, right? I mean, she is like supporting these pillars, or these pillars are supporting her. It's like a portal that she's moving through, like doorways and windowways and pillars like that. When you move through them, that is considered a portal. So moving from the past, moving into your future. And look, it's like, it's wide open. Like this crescent moon is just guiding her. The stars are shining for her, and she's got the crown on top of her head. She is adorned and ready for this new future, this new chapter of life. So that is your reading for our beautiful water signs for the month of October. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And until the next time, always send you light and love. A happy October, everyone.